This is an island known for crystal clear waters, breathtaking mountain landscapes, and also the largest island in Spain located right in the heart of the Mediterranean. Welcome to Mallorca. Hello everyone, my name is JLINHH and I'm a travel and lifestyle creator based in New York City. Follow along as I take you through our week-long road trip exploring different regions and charming villages, all while indulging in local cuisine. Let's start in the city of Palma. We've decided to stay at 3 hotels to dedicate time to different regions of the island, and our first stop was Palma. We stayed at this stunning hotel located in the historic quarters of Old Town, and it's one of Palma's oldest buildings, which originally served as a Muslim palace dating back to the 12th century. So here is our room tour. I actually booked the most basic room, and this is one of their most basic rooms. They gave us a beach tote that we can take with us. And then coming up the stairs is the bedroom. Look how nice it is. We have the TV over here, closet, a chair to sit, and then the bathroom. It's all like kind of hidden in a way. There's a toilet, the standing shower. They have Byredo products, and then a long mirror, sink, and then you can open this window. It's so pretty. Because the hotel is centrally located, we were able to walk around, explore the narrow alleyways, and find some food. One of the places that I had on my list to try is El Camino, and I would highly recommend getting a reservation as this place is super popular, but if you don't have time like we did, I would recommend coming a little before opening. We were able to grab 2 seats at the bar, and let me just say this was the best food and a great start to the trip. The next day we made our way to Valldemossa, which is a charming village in Mallorca. It is so stunning, but because we came a little bit later, it was busy, and driving through these narrow streets was not the easiest, so we figured we would come back the next day earlier, and then moved on to a nearby port in Sóller. Then after walking around and exploring, I would highly recommend driving up the hill to the more residential area to get a view of the whole port. It is so stunning up there. After that, we hopped back in the car and I actually asked to drive so I can get a feel for what it's like to drive in another country. It wasn't as bad as I thought. It was pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy, although there are a ton of roundabouts, so that might be the biggest challenge for those who aren't used to it. We ended up driving towards the loop that we wanted to do and then stopped by this lake, which is one of the pit stops along that whole loop. Another pit stop along our journey was called Snake Road, and the views were so breathtaking. I would highly recommend stopping here. There's a small lot for you to park your car, and then you just have to go up this short but really rocky trail, and the next thing you know, you are at the viewpoint. The views were unreal. I could probably sit here all day and just look at it. It was so beautiful. After a long day of driving, we headed back to our hotel and had dinner at one of the restaurants downstairs, which is so good. It was actually my first time having broccolini, and I've been obsessed ever since. The next morning, we woke up earlier and headed back to Valldemossa. We parked at a nearby parking lot and walked into the village, and it was so charming. Would highly recommend just walking around and exploring the area. Another place on my list of things to try was this cafe, so we popped in and we were able to get a window seat, which is something that I would recommend if you are able to. It's just a nice view to people watch, and the coffee quality alone is enough to visit this cafe. We headed back towards Palma and had dinner near our hotel. Because we're on an island, all of the seafood is fresh, and I don't think we've had a bad meal on this trip yet. Of course, we had to get all of the popular tapas, calamari, shrimp with the garlic, and octopus, all of the good stuff. The next morning, we checked into our second hotel, which is more up north, and it's nestled in a private natural reserve and UNESCO World Heritage Site called Serra de Tramuntana, and it's surrounded by lavender fields and olive trees. It's so stunning and it smells so good here. We've just checked into our second hotel, which is a Lodge Mallorca. It's up north a little bit, and this is our room. We got the double sinks. We have a bathtub and standing shower. And then we have our closet over here, our bed. We also have a seating area. So nice out here. We're like in a lavender field, so it smells really nice. And they have a garden over there where they grow their ingredients. We've decided to dedicate a whole day to hanging out at the hotel and exploring all of their amenities. They had free bikes to ride around the property. We lounged by the pool. And then for dinner, we ate at Singular, which is a restaurant on property, and it's actually led by 2 Michelin-starred Chef Ramon, and every single dish was incredible. The next morning, we drove up to Alcúdia to explore the historic town, and there's a ton of restaurants there, small boutique shops, and just a lot of things to explore. We saw a lot of people dining at this Italian restaurant, so we had to try it as well. We spent the rest of the afternoon exploring, and then later in the day headed up to the mountains to watch the sunset. We've officially made it to the last leg of our trip and checking into our third and final hotel located in the southern region called Santanyí. This was a mansion during the 17th century that has now been turned into a luxury boutique hotel. So this is our final room tour of this trip. We're staying in the southeastern region of the island. It smells so good in here. I wish you guys could smell it. It smells like jasmine. This is a regular room that we booked. Pretty spacious. The bathroom is so nice. There's a toilet and then a huge standing shower. And you have that one. And then this is our view. There's a pool over there. We settled into our hotel room and then we went for a walk around Santanyí during sunset. The weather was so beautiful, so we decided to just explore some of the boutique shops before heading back to dinner at the hotel. We dined at the hotel's restaurant, which is actually really popular. Even if you aren't staying here, I would highly recommend making a reservation to dine here. The food was amazing. Let me just tell you, we ate here 2 nights in a row because it was that good. They say some of the best beaches on Mallorca is in the southern region, so of course we had to spend our last day checking those out. I will say these beaches were a mission to get to. Side note, there are parking lots, but they are a little further out. We ended up parking in the residential area and then we walked through the most rocky trail. I had sandals on. It was definitely a hike, but it's so worth it in the end. It also connects to another famous beach, and if you go through the other way, you do have to go down 100 steps, but either way, it's so worth it. To spend all day here. The water is so blue and it's just perfect. And that pretty much wraps up our week-long trip to Mallorca. I hope you guys liked this video and found it helpful. Let me know if you have any questions below and I'll be sure to get back to you. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you in the next one.